I think part of our problem as Gen X women is how we have defined our identity. I think some of what is our biggest hurdles, our biggest challenges, our biggest uh, weight that's on our shoulders, some of that is so tied up and woven up into our identity that we can't take it apart. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X Big Sister, and you're probably not going to like what I have to say today, so I'm warning you. Okay. I had my first video that went like kind of viral was the one about pretirement, why Gen X women are quietly checking out. I think it was called something along those lines. And I've subsequently made several videos on this topic. And I shared my own experience with when I was at my lowest of lows several years ago now. It was like a good 6 years ago that it started. And I was at my every facet, every area, every category of my life was in the dumps. And I didn't feel good about any of it. I was tired of thinking about it. I was tired of working on it. I was tired. I was tired. I was just tired. I was done. I couldn't see past it. So I shared that story on previous videos. And I have shared, this hair is going to drive me nuts, keeps flopping back in my face, but I have shared what I've been doing, how I got out of it, how I got to the other side of it. And I've heard from many women who are in the same place that I was in. And they're exhausted. You're feeling burnt out. You're feeling that like you're just done. And you're feeling there's literally no way out. And you've sort of just accepted it as your burden to carry. And it's your lot in life. I received a lot of comments from a lot of women with some really heavy, heavy, heavy stuff going on in your lives. And some of it is directly stuff that you're doing, some of it's from other people outside of your control. But you, as Gen X women, we were conditioned to just push through, right? Just carry on. We are tough. We are resilient. We don't complain. We don't really whine and complain too much. We do a little bit of woe is me, a little bit of martyr stuff, for sure. But that's part of how we were conditioned from a really, really young age. We've agreed, based on previous conversations we've had here, we've been working since we were children, way younger than the age allowed to be working. We've been working since 9, 10, 11 years old, earning money at those ages, and we haven't stopped since. A little bit of that is also a badge of honor. Our work ethic is one of our badges of honor that we carry with pride. The fact that we work so hard and we don't give up, and the amount of resilience, how we handle it all, that sort of like the superwoman situation, especially if we have many other people who are relying on us. We're making it all happen. We're holding it all together. We're running that household plus a full-time job, plus taking care of the house. And yes, we suffer as a result of it, but our badge of honor is in how well we're doing for everyone else, and how much we're carrying on our shoulders, how full our plate is, how busy we are. All of that has become something that while we might be frustrated about, we're also a little bit proud of it too. Our identity has been directly tied to our career, our marital status, who we're married to, being a mother, being needed, being strong. That has been the definition of a Gen X woman. That is our identity. I'm going to ask you to, pretirement shakes that all up. We need to shake up that identity. Everybody needs me to blank. What is that? Everybody needs me to blank. If I don't blank, then something bad is going to happen to everyone. Chances are that's not true. Chances are something bad's not going to happen. And my question to you is, how much of it is, but if I'm not doing all these things, if I'm not taking care of all these things, then who am I? What's my worth? How deserving am I? We need to be needed. We need to be relied on. We need to be overburdened. We need to be overly responsible. We need to achieve more. We need to be overly ambitious. Do we? So, and I could sense this between the lines of some of the comments that I received. What, some of them I could kind of sense that you're not ready to give up that responsibility. You're not ready to let go of that burden. You're not ready to clean your plate of all these extra responsibilities, because if you do all that, what's left? What's left? Who am I if I'm not all these things? My mom, love her to death. It's ingrained in her that one of her responsibilities is to make sure that she feeds everyone who is in her home. And that's part of her identity. She's amazingly good at it, but I can also see as she's getting older that it's amazingly taxing and exhausting on her as well. I'm just using this as an example because in terms of last night, there were leftovers from, we went out to eat a couple of nights ago. She had leftovers from her dinner. My dad and I had already eaten our leftovers prior. Last night, she felt so guilty about the fact that she hadn't planned a dinner and that only she had the leftovers. She couldn't bring herself to eat them because she felt so guilty that she's not supplying a meal for the rest of us, which was crazy. I'm totally capable of making sure that I get food, as is my dad. But I mean, that's like super minor example of what I'm talking about. Is is something terrible going to happen because my mom stops feeding us? No. Does she feel like it's something terrible? Yes. It's the guilt, it's the shame of letting go of this inherited responsibility that's kind of made up in her mind at this point. It's so I want you to, as you think about letting things go, letting go of responsibilities on your plate, letting go of taking care of the needs of others, ask yourself where the resistance is coming from. Are you afraid of not being needed? Is that the root of it? And I just have to tell you that you are a worthy, deserving, full human being, even if the people around you don't need you for that particular thing. And in fact, it's very likely if you ask them, they would say they don't need you for that particular thing. There are other things they need you for. They need you to be there for them for support and with love and to listen and to just spend time with. And like there's other things they need you for. So I want you to just rethink of it. And I want us to redefine our identity as Gen X women. And I think as we are embracing this pretirement together, we are also redefining who we are as human beings. So allow yourself the flexibility, give yourself some grace, and let's relax. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X Big Sister. I am looking forward to seeing you on March 7th at my Permission to Pause, How to Design Your Pretirement. It's a live workshop session that we're going to be doing on Zoom. We're going to be digging into a lot of this, and it's really going to help catapult you into this new season. So I'm looking forward to it. Your Gen X Big Sister. Don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. And I'm signing out.